So to my cream of mushroom powder mix, you add your cream and the other ingredients I showed you how to make, and then you add your teaspoon of beef bouillon, a sprinkle of turmeric, 2 shakes of cayenne, and again, our powder for the cream of mushroom soup does not have salt or pepper in it, so you're going to add a pinch of salt to taste, as well as pepper, and a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder, and then we mix it up. And remember my trick, add wine to your mushrooms. Let it soak for at least an hour. What you're going to need to make this tater tot hot dish is 1, tater tots. You can make them the way I showed you in my other video, or just buy them. Orida is pretty good. You need cream of mushroom soup. Then you need your button mushrooms. Soak them in white wine. You're going to need 1 or 2 pounds of 97% lean ground beef. If you don't have that, 80-20 is not going to work. Not for this flavor. You're going to want to, even if you drain it, you're still with this greasy mess because it still seeps out. So you don't want that. You want 97% lean on this recipe. So get yourself as close as you can. 90 would work, but get yourself as close as you can to 97. Next, you're going to need Montreal steak seasoning. That is a wonderful flavor enhancer for this. Then you're going to need white wine. This is how much I'm going to be using, which is about, I'd say, almost a half a cup. Then you're going to need your casserole dish, preferably with a lid. And then you're going to need cheese. Cheddar cheese works best, but I mix provolone, Monterey Jack, and cheddar. Shred it yourself. Do not buy the shredded kind. It's got cellulose in there. You just don't want it. So this is the ingredients. Excuse me. These are the ingredients you're going to need for a wonderful tater tot hot dish that every guy is going to love. And kids will just scarf this down. It's really good. So these are the ingredients. Okay, get your ground beef cooked up. Notice there's not a lot of liquid in there because it's 97% lean. And you want to chop it up pretty fast. Nice and fine. I'm filming in a different way where I was told to do it vertical for TikTok. I don't know, I can't see around the camera either now. So I'm my head's over to the left. And it's too close to my face to see through the monitor. Okay, so basically on a nice low heat, you're going to get your Montreal steak seasoning. 1, 2 semi-level teaspoons. Your non-bioengineered food group. Make your own cream of mushroom soup. Boy, that is thick, thick, thick. But you have it nice and incorporated. Go ahead and give it a taste test. Perfect. Oh, I forgot to hit record. Get your wine and a little bit more. And now we incorporate this in. This will loosen up that thick homemade cream of mushroom. Thin that out some. And we're still on a relatively low heat. Okay, I'm going to add the wine, the white wine as well, that I soaked my mushrooms in. Okay, now we're going to incorporate those mushrooms. Smush down, just line it, and then smush them down. Kind of break them up. So what we're doing is just basically making a bed, because we'll be putting the meat on, then some cheese, then some tater tots, and a little more cheese. Okay, the next step is to take your meat, set it on top, and then just spread it out. This is optional, you don't need to do it, but I do this. A little bit of wine. And try to center it. Do a little bit of heavy whipping cream. Now what's going to happen is that liquid is going to fall down onto those potatoes on the bottom. Now you can just flatten it out. Okay, had a little camera issue. So your pre-shredded cheese, you want to give it a nice little, actually you're going to use a lot of it, but make it so it's a little at a time so you get everything covered. And again, sorry for the camera work. Mad respect for these people that do this. Have a little bit left over for the top. So you take your tater tots, and cover them on top. And grab your cheese and just give it just a little bit, because that's going to get a little dark, because we're going to be leaving it in there for about 40 minutes. Save the rest of this for the topping 10 minutes before we take it out for good. So you're preheating at 325 for cooking time 35 minutes. And then you're going to take it out. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, after 35 minutes, you're going to see how it's barely started to melt with that lid on. Now, we're going to cover the rest of the cheese. And we'll put it back in for another 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Now that it's done, you can give it a few minutes to cool down if you want, but I don't. I'm just going to give a quick little cut in. Look at that. Ooh, does that look good. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and give this a shot. It's going to be way too hot for me to see the steam steaming up my camera. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is perfect. You guys got to make this. Oh, that's good. Well, if you do decide to make it, let me know how it turns out for you.